Welcome to Cardano Over Coffee. Please remember to join us Monday through Friday live on Twitter Spaces at 2:30 p.m. UTC, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're joined by Guild of Cornucopias, who are building an inclusive and fair virtual economy in the Cornucopias game. Don't forget, we'll be in Denver, Colorado, August 24th through the 26th at Rare Evo. Get your early bird tickets now at rareevo.io. And yes, crypto is accepted. Use discount code COC10 for 10% off the already discounted prices. Grab your Cardano Over Coffee and let's jump right in.
Good afternoon from sunny London. Well, not so sunny London. Thank you for having me.
I've never heard sunny London before. Those two words together.
Never in my entire life. I didn't even realize Londoners know what the sun looks like. But okay.
You do get it for very brief periods between July and August. But yeah, it's not very sunny at all. But thank you so much for having me on today.
Thanks for coming, people. Retweet the space. Send out the emojis for the guest. Welcome our guest. Who are you, Moody Hound?
Who am I? So, my name is Nick West. I live in sunny London or rainy London. And I am one of the founders of the Knights Guild. And we are a guild which is building a proof of concept guild in the amazing metaverse game that's being built in Cornucopias. So yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Whoa, wait. I just got so confused. I heard the phrase metaverse game being built in cornucopias. Those words all sounds like Latin. I'm sure we'll get into it. But yeah, who else is it just
metaverse within a metaverse? Is that what you mean?
Well, just that people can even build in cornucopias too. So there's just so many questions. We'll get into that. Who's we? Is it just you, or do you have other co-dreamers?
No. So we need to roll back the clock probably till January, February, last year. And there was a number of members in the Cornucopias Discord. So just for reference, Cornucopias is a game being built on Cardano. I'm sure most people have heard of Cornucopias. But there's a number of members in the Cornucopias Discord. And as the game was evolving and developing and was getting a lot more information about how the game is going to be structured and developed, a few people got together and decided to form a guild. And the original founding members, we've got a couple of them down below. I'm not going to pull them up because they'll never forgive me. But we've got the founding members were Scott of the Corn, who's down below, Juju, who is also down below. We had two other founder members who left the guild in the summer last year. And we also have Braz, who is in our leadership team as well. So, and myself, obviously. So the guild was originally founded by 4, and we've lost 2 and gained 1. Sorry, the guild was founded by 5. So we've lost 2 and gained 1.
Excellent. What did you do before Cardano, before blockchain, really?
Crikey, I wish I was doing it just before. I'm actually still doing my day job. I myself, I've worked in project management pretty much all my career, engineering and military background. I'm a senior leader in quite a large organisation, delivering multi-billion-pound projects every year. I'm also a non-exec director for a number of companies, one a sustainability startup, and another one which is an engineering and research consultancy. So that's my background. I fell into Cardano probably about 5 years ago. And I was just really fascinated by blockchain tech. I started in researching Bitcoin, et cetera, and I just started understanding a lot more about Cardano and the values and the ethics of Cardano, and I very quickly put all my eggs in one basket, pretty much.
Wow. Cool. Well, what is this? What is the Knights Guild?
Okay. Yeah. So as I touched on it, what we're building. So the Knights Guild, what we're building is pretty much a similar concept to what a guild is in a traditional MMO, a traditional multiplayer online game. such as World of Warcraft. I think most people have probably heard of World of Warcraft. But in a lot of these traditional MMOs, you've got guilds, which is basically a collection, a community of people, like-minded people who work together to maximize their experience and their progress within a game. And as gaming is starting to grow in the blockchain industry, we've seen a number of guilds established in other games on other blockchains. And we, as founders of the Knights Guild, we were really keen to actually start developing the guild concept in Cardano, and obviously Cornucopias is a very popular game, so that's where it pretty much evolved from. But gaming guilds are very community based. It does involve a fair amount of strategizing and trying to get everyone going in the right direction. There's a lot of motivation required to get people to do stuff together. So yeah, it fits perfectly in the blockchain space.
Neat. So you're building this on cornucopias. Wait, so if you're building a guild, is this like an off out of the game thing? Is this like a social thing or?
So I need to be really clear. We are not affiliated in any way with the Cornucopias game. We are very active members in the Cornucopias Guild, and most of all of our founding members and most of our leadership team are OGs in the Cornucopias server. But no, we are building this as a totally separate project. And what we are actually doing, because Cornucopias is a asset-based game with play to earn, play to learn, play to build elements in their game. So we as a guild, we are actually at the asset accumulation stage at the moment. So we are selling our own NFTs to our members to pool that ADA and then purchase land assets from the game. So we are building a foundation and a base for our guild with the in-game assets.
Okay. So you get the NFT. Is this how you join a guild, or are there other ways to join the guilds?
No,
I'm a noob to all of this, by the way.
No, I totally understand it. I mean, I've been gaming for 25, 30 years of my life, so forgive me if I assume you know what I do. No, absolutely not. So a gaming guild is predominantly focused on players. All of these assets that we're accumulating are pretty worthless unless we've got people running around, socializing and building on the assets that are owned by the guild. So as I touched on, we are actually at the asset accumulation phase. But we do have a roadmap to go out and do some really heavy marketing and recruitment in both the traditional gaming and the blockchain gaming space. The challenge we've got is, well, it's not a challenge. It's actually a really interesting concept. At the moment, most of the people in our space are investors or crypto investors or crypto projects. We do have a number of gamers in the space, but the intention of the Cornucopias game, as well as our guild, we need to very smoothly transition from an investor project into a gaming project, and try to go and recruit those gamers, because we need obviously we want to have as many gamers as we can. We need to actually have the transition into blockchain gaming to be as simple as possible. So to answer your question in a long way, no, you don't have to have anything to join the guild. You can come along. We've got codes of conduct, which we expect people, our members, to follow, and just basically come and have fun and join our guild and play the game with us. It's quite hard at the moment because there isn't a game, but that's the concept. So anyone can join.
Okay, part of why I was flabbergasted at the beginning, I didn't realize Cornucopias was in beta or like had a playable thing or a playable shared world. Do they?
Sorry, I missed the second part of that. So the Cornucopias game is probably about 18 months away from being launched. They are releasing mobile games before that, And that is, I mean, obviously that's to try and show a proof of concept of their game, their approach, the quality of their game. But the actual the game will, the desktop version will probably be about 18 months away. So that's why I keep referring to, we're actually in the asset accumulation stage. They've got a roadmap of when they are going to be releasing in-game assets to the community to buy. So as a guild, we want to have quite a large asset base. So when we do,
are you here to recruit?
No, I'm just here to talk. Actually, yeah, no, please. If
you should be, right?
If you love gaming, please come and join. No, what we're here to do is just raise awareness of the guild. I mean, there's a great opportunity because, especially because at the moment there's a lot of investors in the space, and we are accumulating quite a large land asset base. When we have players running around in the cornucopia space, that there is a lot of potential to earn revenue through those assets. And the investment, if you invest now, you will get a Knights NFT. We've got a series of 14 NFTs, which has got a number of utility, but the main utility is it's a claim point for the revenue generated by those assets linked. So if you're not a gamer and you just are interested in owning some metaverse land under the management of a really experienced gaming team, it's a great opportunity to come and buy our NFTs and build a asset base.
I have some questions about that, but I'll reserve it for after.
Yeah, so we can go to Crypto College and we can go to you, Jenny. But before Crypto goes, or while he's going, when Nick is going, do you have anything to pin to the top for people, Moody?
Yeah,
if you can, that would be nice.
I will pin a quick guide to the guild. It's a PDF. I think I can pin PDFs, but I'll do that. I'll figure out how to do that in a sec.
Excellent. Okay, Crypto College, go for it.
Yeah, less a question, more a comment on why a guild. Because a lot of times in gaming, and especially play to earn gaming, certain things can be unobtainable for just a single person or the average investor. So guilds sort of aggregate resources and like-minded people, and they approach tasks together. And a lot of times that leads to like increased profitability of everybody involved. So like that's the appeal of joining a guild, especially with a specific project.
Absolutely, and one of our main ethos is to actually be fair and inclusive. And as we evolve, we want to try and lower the price point of entry to own assets. So if for example, we sell let's say a Cardano plot of land is 1,000 ADA in say 2 years time, and we've got say 50 of our members from a community, from a part of the world where 1,000 ADA is an awful lot of money, we would like to actually provide an option where they can almost like share buy that asset and drop it into the guild so we can utilize the asset. So we're trying to lower the price point to let people into the game. And also when it comes to playing, all of the assets that we've accumulated, the rewards will be split to provide additional incentive for the players. So they can start, they'll get their rewards from the game as an individual, but any rewards that is generated on the assets will be distributed fairly, so they'll get an additional incentive. So we're really, really trying to, lower the price point, but also provide additional incentive for players, if that makes sense.
I can't hear Crypto College, so you'll let me know when I can speak.
You're good. They stopped talking.
Cool. I'll have to do the Jenny shuffle in a minute and come back, go down and go back up. So I have a question because I have a whole bunch of assets, but I am, as much as I want to play, I don't play enough, and I have been accumulating a lot of assets from different things, and I already know that I'm probably not going to play much. I mean, I will have fun and whatnot, but does it make sense for me to join a guild and do something with those assets, even if I'm not going to be playing, or does it even guide me? Because I'm not big into this.
No,
so I want to understand it.
No, and it's so we've got a memorandum of understanding with Anvil Industries, and they are developing some tech with us. And that tech is predominantly the distribution framework I talked about, so we can actually distribute the rewards to the guild members and the players. What we are also going to be providing through our platform is, and please don't ask me how this works, I'm not technical, we want to provide an opportunity where people like yourself, who has got, say, 10 land assets, who will never, ever be able to manage the maintenance and the upkeep of those assets. We want to provide a functionality where you can stake your assets with the guild, or through a smart contract, etc., and we will issue you an NFT which records what assets you staked with the guild, and then with that NFT you can go and claim the rewards that our guild members generate in your assets. So we're absolutely...
Ooh, almost like a stream royalty kind of thing.
Well, they're your assets. All you're doing is lending them to the guild, and let's say our member base reaches, say, 10, 20,000 players. We will put your assets in our areas, so our players can go and farm your land. They can go and chop down trees. They can go and mine gold, etc., and all of the revenue generated from our assets that we either own or we've got loans of will create an asset pool revenue, and then that will be distributed through the platform we're building. So we absolutely want to focus at this asset accumulation stage and raise awareness of this platform. So rather than just having a load of really cool NFTs in your wallet, you can actually drop them into a guild that will get worked. And also, if you ever fancy it, you can come and have a wander around and see your land.
Interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people that participate in guilds. Now, how does that work? Is this like you belong to one guild, you can't belong to two guilds? Is it like, rival situation going on there?
And this is what's fascinating. So originally there were two guilds that popped up in Cornucopias. There's the Knights Guild and the Corn Mafia Guild. And to be honest, when both guilds were first established, we only had about 8 weeks before the first Cornucopias land mint. So both guilds had to very, very quickly build a community so we could start accumulating funds for our own NFTs, both sold out actually, to then go and acquire the land from that first mint. So there wasn't much competition in the early stages because I think everyone was just so focused on a looming mint. Once the first mint was over, we did start to notice a little bit of hostility and too much conflict between the members. And we very quickly, the two leadership teams of the Mafia and the Knights, we very quickly got together, and we've now actually established something called the Cornucopias Guilds Alliance. And the reason that has been established is, one, to actually set almost like a charter of behavior that the guilds should be maintaining, and also to create a blueprint for any new guilds coming into a space so they join with the right level of like ethos and inclusion. We don't want bad actors in the space.
I like that. I like that very much.
But the main I shouldn't say the main reason. The main reason is about the community. But both guilds are really aware that there are already really established big guilds on other blockchains, and they're sat on quite a lot of currency. They've got an already established player base. So we are almost trying to maintain the values of the game by having an alliance. So if a drag and drop guild from Axie Infinity comes into Cornucopias, we can actually, give our community, the early community, almost like a fight and chance to have a presence. So yeah, there's a number of reasons. A guild alliance has been really powerful, actually.
And to be fair, those big guilds
I like that.
are not.
I like that a
are
lot.
not fun
It makes sense
in
in many ways. Precisely for that reason, right? I think that's the most important, because you get all this established groups, and they come in here and they run the show, and that's how it works.
Yeah, and we've got, I think most people who are in the Cardano space at the moment, and a lot of us who have been around for the last 3 or 4 years patiently waiting. I think people in Cardano have got a kind of, we all think quite similar. We want the whole ecosystem to benefit. We help each other in projects. I mean, this is a great example. The coffee over Cardano is great. But there are gaming guilds out there who don't give a damn about the player base. They are just purely money machines for the asset owners. And that was one of the main reasons why our early concept of how we want to build our guild was to actually benefit players as much as asset owners.
Don't forget to post some stuff on top so people can follow you and get involved if they wish. And Jenny, you did kind of speak over someone, but it's no worries.
Yeah, I gotta do the Jenny shuffle, but I don't know if Lida will bring me back up. So.
Oh,
okay, cool.
All right, cool. Crypto College, go ahead.
No, I pretty much got it. And I was just saying, the large guilds are something to compete with, but I think anyone who has experience with those knows that, like you were just saying, you're just a cog in the wheel. And while it might on the surface be appealing to join a large guild, you really fall through the cracks. And unless you can provide some sort of immediate value to them, you'll get thrown to the side immediately.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. It is really brutal. And when we was talking about how we want our guild to feel, I mean, our community is already a really kind of like diverse community from all over the world, and it's great building these projects because it's all volunteer based. What we've done so far, I mean, we've had free NFT mints. They've all, the first 2 sold out pretty much in an hour. The third one is been running for a while. We've raised over 250,000 ADA in less than a year through our community, through volunteers. Most of our artwork is community driven. We're at the stage now where we are actually establishing a formal organization, which will include formal partnerships, as I alluded to earlier, the tech partnership with Anvil. We do want to get, we do need legal and accountancy finance support, because none of us, it's not any of the volunteers' bag. So we are actually in the process of establishing a formal company so we can actually run this properly. But yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster journey. I'm still trying to figure out how to post into this channel the quick guide to the guild.
Cookdown will guide you.
Amazing. Yeah, I think there's just like small niches within, just everything. So I wouldn't be too, taken back that like, oh, you might have a small guild or whatever. But I think the true genuine people that are there that share the same values are going to be the ones that end up, hanging out, kind of connecting with your guild, aligning with your values. And I think it makes a little bit better, I would say maybe healthier of a kind of like sub community. So yeah, I just think what you're doing is pretty solid. Good stuff.
Cookdown, you like the game. Have you been in a guild, part of a guild before?
I haven't. No, I really haven't played, I think, a large enough game for long enough because like I think guilds are more with like co-ops and things like that. I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, like Cyberpunk was like maybe the last game I played and sunk like many hours. I don't really see a guild kind of happening for that, unless it was like a little bit more open world on that.
So I remember probably one of the most memorable moments of my game and guilding history. When World of Warcraft first came out, crikey, many years ago, it makes me feel old. These were the days where we didn't have a lot of social media on on the dynamics of the game. So we had a guild at the time. It was quite an early guild in WoW of about 80 people, all trying to progress through the end game content. And I still remember when we brought down the final boss in that end game content, there was grown men crying on I think it was Ventrilio, which was our kind of like TeamSpeak function, and it was amazing because these people are working together. They're trying to figure out the tactics together. They're trying to understand the resource productivity so they can craft things, so they can fund their own progress and the guild progress. It is a guild. It's a really good experience if you like gaming. And I take your point that certain games benefit better from guilds than others, but the community and the friends you make in guilds. I've still got friends now from 20 years ago from gaming, from guilds, who I've never actually met. You know, it's a great experience.
That sounds wholesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on over coffee and talking about your guild. Are there any closing remarks or anything like that? You are welcome to have at it. And also don't forget to post anything.
I think he needed help posting up there.
So I think what I'll do, I've got a few of the Knights Guild members in the chat. I'm on my phone and struggling. Could somebody retweet something on the Knights Guild so we can get
post
some
it on the
information
bubble and then we'll pin it up. Put it on the little bubble on the bottom right.
Yeah,
just post it in there and then we'll pin it up. We'll find something too.
Yeah, I pinned something, the Night Guild .Ada Anvil, so I think that's the link for you guys.
That's a link to our current mint. We've got a mint live at the moment, which is a helmet. That's a third of our series. And on the 28th next week, we are actually minting the Knights Gauntlets. Those gauntlets are looking to raise about 200,000 ADA, which will be directly used to buy in-game assets to create that asset base. And the holders of the Knight Gauntlets will be able to claim a proportionate share of the rewards that land generates in the future. So we've got a mint next Tuesday at 10 o'clock at night, 2200.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. I was going to call you Floof. Can you believe it? I got the Floof on my mind.
I did like the sound of that game, actually. I'm going to go and look into that.
Check it out. This has been a gaming day, so thanks for coming. And if anybody's interested in joining the guild, it sounds very interesting, as well as checking out the Floof, go for it and give them a follow and share some stuff around.
Maybe there can be a guild in the Floof world.
Yeah,
that's an idea.
I don't know enough about the game, but I was trying to figure out could we get a Knights Guild in Floofs? But no, it sounds great fun.
It could be like your kid's first guild in Flooftopia.
Yeah,
that'd be cute. Go ahead.
Cute! Look at that cute hand of Gold Rush. Such a cute.
Good morning, everybody. My question was for the Knights Guild. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I was curious, since there's like a revenue sharing model there, do you need the KYC for the, if I'm in the United States, would I need the KYC for that NFT? Or?
KFC, Gold Rush, KFC.
KY Jelly.
It's lovely to see where everyone's mind goes in the morning. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's a really good question. And we do, because a lot of children are going to be playing this game, we will be looking at having a level of age-restricted areas within our guild and within the game, and that would obviously include a level of identification and KYC. So we need to figure out how we do that in the future. I mean, there's projects at the moment in Cardano that we'd look to work with to get some level of KYC or identification, so we can actually do that. But yeah, we don't know the answer to that yet, but we do imagine that there will be some level of identification required.
And one further question. Since you're going through all the trouble to set up all this business backend, the real infrastructure of the guild, do you plan on taking that model to different metaverses? And it sounded like you may have been alluding to that with Floof when I was coming up to speak.
You know, absolutely. So I've kind of alluded to that a few times. Yes, we do. The long-term plan, so the Knights Guild in Cornucopias is a proof of concept guild. We want to show communities that we can build the foundations of a guild on a voluntary basis, to create that community, to create that asset base. I alluded to earlier that we are establishing a formal company which will sit above the Knights Guild of Cornucopias, and that will almost be the guild house where we will roll out that proof of concept blueprint into other games with a similar approach, but we will also, at the level above, manage all of the legal and finance challenges. So yes, absolutely. Our long-term game plan is to have Knights Guilds in a number of metaverses for a few reasons. One, it gives a player base a level of resilience and option. And we know there is always bad actors out there, so we can give a level of protection over someone's assets. But yeah, that is a long-term plan.
It sounds like you have a really cool idea. Have a great day. I'm going to dip on back down.
Thank you.
And this was brought to you by Rare Evo. Rare Evo coming to you at the Gaylord Rockies, Colorado, August 24th to 26th. Hope to see you there. I really do. It's going to have a lot of gaming, so I hope guilds and games from our ecosystem participate, because it's going to be very multi-chain oriented as well, so it can help you expand and get visibility outside of the, our tiny, lovely, amazing community.
Thanks for listening to Cardano Over Coffee. We'd like to thank our guests, the Knights Guild of Cornucopias. We would like to see you at the Rare Evo event on August 24th through 26th. Tickets are on sale now at rareevo.io. You can use crypto, and you can use coupon code COC10 for 10% off the already discounted prices. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube and enter into our land grab giveaway for one Clayverse plot by sharing one of our videos on Twitter. Make sure to tag Cardano Over Coffee. The giveaway is on February 28th.